I think the easiest way to make money in the world today is to sell information. I think selling information, if you were to tell me what's the quickest way to get rich, I think providing information, or because we live in an attention economy, finding a way to solicit attention and then selling information is probably one of the easiest ways to make money in the world today. I like to argue that everybody knows something. So I like to challenge myself. So give me a normie job. Give me a normal job. Name a normie job.
Making coffee.
Making coffee. Boom. You're a barista. You're a barista. Now, I'm going to tell you how to get rich as a barista because I can think that fast off the top of my head. The problem with most people in the world today is not that they do a normal thing, it's that they do a normal thing and they don't try to be the best at it. So you can be a barista and you can just make coffees, or you can be a barista that makes the fancy coffees and can turn over all the cups and do like the tricks and all the garbage. We have a man who became a billionaire from salt.
Yes.
From salt. You can all put salt on, he did it the best. Bam. So the first thing you need to do is get very good at making coffees. That's the first thing you need to do. Be able to do it in a fancy way. Then you need to solicit attention. Well, if you can make coffees in a fancy way, and you can hire a videographer, you can then begin to make fancy coffees in a fancy way, and you can make it look good with a finalized product, and you can get a nice video made that's well cut with some fancy music. You can begin to put them on Instagram and solicit people to watch your Instagram page. Now you have attention. How do you then turn that attention into money after you began to show your fancy coffees? Well, you could, let's say, put together a course or an academy or write a book on the magic of coffee or the secrets of coffee. And you would put a mystery on it. Don't say, I'll teach you how to make coffee. No, say the secrets of coffee. And you'd have a link in your Instagram page and it would be $9 and it would tell people the secrets how to make coffee, for example. You'd start to sell that for $9. You'd make a couple hundred or a couple thousand, not too much, but you continue to make fancy coffees. People continue to go to your Instagram page. You're now selling the secrets of how to make coffee. Then, after people start knowing you as being a barista, you start to make these $9. You have $20,000, $30,000 in the bank. What you can do is launch your own coffee brand. You can go on Alibaba.com. You can find some coffee beans. You can put your face on it because your face is now a recognized brand. You can get your own coffee beans. You can begin to sell them on Instagram. Before you know it, you're making $10,000 or $15,000 a month. You can start to do tours. You can start to put posters on your Instagram or in your Instagram stories saying, I'm going to do master classes on how to make coffee, 20 people only, $1,000 each at this premium barista specialty coffee shop in London. The coffee shop will allow you to do it for free because they want people to know, get the advertising from you and your brand. You'll charge $1,000 each. That's 20 grand for a day. They teach people how to pour milk in a cup. Boom. You've got a coffee brand. You've got an online school. You're doing seminars. You were a nobody. You worked in Starbucks. You were a loser. You put in a little bit of effort. Now you drive a Ferrari. Done. By extension, anyone who does not drive a Ferrari is a lazy idiot. It is that easy to get rich in the world today if you actually try. Nobody tries. Instead, he'll go to work every day, make the coffees, go home, jerk off. Some people are so lazy that they will work every day instead of get rich. And they think because they're working every day that they're not lazy. I'll argue you're exceptionally lazy because you're so lazy that instead of trying and thinking outside of the box, you now have to enslave yourself for eternity. That's how lazy you are. Nothing lazier than a man with a 9-to-5. Because he ain't trying. The hole in the ceiling is closing. It's closing. This won't work forever, but it will work. Everything I just told you about that could work for an electrician. You could do the same thing. Teach people how to wire a plug. Who gives a shit? You'll make some money if you try. My online school teaches 18 modern wealth creation methods. Everything I just told you there is not actually inside the school. We have 18 other modern wealth creation methods. When you join, there's a quiz and it says, do you have money to invest? Most people say no. Do you have time? You either have money or time. You have one of the two. We'll turn your time into money or we'll turn your money into money. And you can join. $49 a month will teach you absolutely everything.
Cutting hair. So then you have to define what an online business is, because if you start attracting attention online, that could, I guess you could say it's an online business, but let's try and think about something that's purely online. You're going to have to find a problem to solve. So if you're a hairdresser, you can either solve the problem of teaching people how to cut their own hair, which most people are probably not going to be that interested in, or something that goes wrong with hair. So you can say, I'm a hairdresser. I've been a hairdresser for a long time. I've identified men that have male balding patterns that go wrong, or women whose hair is damaged by dye and that can go wrong, etc. I've been a hairdresser for ages. Here's my Instagram page of all the hairs I've cut, and here's the way I can help you. And you can start a YouTube channel that shows all the, you know, come up with some health care, some hair thing. You could literally get some cream from X place and add in some avocado oil, some garbage, say it helps people and say it helps their hair. You've been around for a long time and you can establish credibility. You establish credibility based on the fact that you cut hair, you've been around for ages and you know exactly what you're talking about. you have this cream, you have this product now that has helped X amount of customers. You can give it to your customers and they can start to give you reviews and say, yeah, it works fantastically. You can sell it by your Instagram page for $7 a bottle and bam, you have an online business. Anything can be done, right?
You can forget about the manual part of the business from that point on.
So it's about transitioning.
It's about establishing credibility and getting attention. If you establish credibility and you gain attention, you'll make money. So I'll give you another example. I had a friend who was a personal trainer. He used to go to the gym every day and he used to train people. He didn't make that much money. People would miss appointments. It was like £50 an hour. He'd get there, get back, blah, blah, blah. I said, listen, brother, you used to, he didn't at the time, look fantastic. How about you spend the next 6 months getting absolute killer shape, then put up a bunch of pictures on Instagram of you in killer shape, and then put together your workout plans and sell that for $7 or 10 pounds or 15 pounds and sell it by your Instagram. And he went from making $2.5 grand a month or $2 grand a month as a personal trainer to 15 grand a month without ever going in the gym. He only went to the gym for himself because he was selling information. So
it's funny. That's exactly what I've said to my personal trainer. I was like, read Expert Secrets by Russell Brunson and understand the online world a little bit and move to your business online.
Completely. And that's what a lot of people are doing now, but now it's getting more and more competitive. So you have to establish credibility and get attention in a way which is becoming more difficult. Like in the fitness industry, it can be done purely on how you look. You can get some credibility and attention. But especially in the business world now, you have to be very knowledgeable. You have to be because that's the way things go when they get competitive, which is fine. But this all goes back and ties into what we were saying earlier on. If you're not trying your best and working hard and paying attention, then you're going to get wrecked. Man, most people have no idea how to make money. So I had a guy come to me, and he was a guy, and he started dating some semi-famous girl with a big Instagram account. And she was really pretty. She was out of Serbia. And he comes to me and says, bro, she's big in Serbia. I want to launch a makeup brand. I said, okay, fair enough. He goes, yeah, I want to launch a makeup brand, but I need money. I was like, how much do you need? He goes, I need $250,000. And I said, listen, here's what we're going to do. What's your plan? You get $250,000 and do what? He goes, well, I'm going to build the website. How much is that going to cost? He goes, I can probably get that done cheap in Serbia, like $2,000. I said, okay, that's a good start. He goes, then I'm going to buy all the stock. I was like, okay. And I'm going to base it in Serbia in a warehouse so I can sell it out fast, same day delivery. I was like, okay, fine. Let's do something else instead. Instead of wasting all my money, how about this? Here's my advice to you, because otherwise I'm going to want a big percentage of the business. That's the first thing. Second thing, there's a big chance my money gets wasted. So here's what we do. I'll give you $2,000, make the website, take the pictures, get the product designs, put it online, launch it, put it all over her Instagram, launch it, start selling. After a few days, send everybody an automated email saying, sorry, we have a delay in shipping because it's a new brand and it's been so fantastic. We're going to give you a free lip gloss. Delay everybody and keep them happy. Take in all the money, buy the stock with the money that comes in, with the new money. So you're never in debt to anybody. You're not in debt to me either. Buy the stock, fulfill. The margin on makeup is 80, 90, 100, 203% anyway. Give them a free gift so they shut up or offer them a discount code for their next order. They'll be happy and buy more.
Yeah.
Start your company from nothing.
Right.
And be rich.
See, that's the opposite of what university teaches.
Complete opposite.
Complete opposite.
What's funny is, he goes, okay, I'm going to try that. He tried it, and he launched, and nobody bought. And I said, aren't you glad? Well, I'm glad. Thank God I'm glad, but imagine it was your own money. Aren't you glad you didn't waste $250,000? Right. Your dumbass nearly lost $250,000.
Yeah.
Now you realize that all her followers are fake. So, eureka. At least you found out cheap.
Yeah. See, I can't remember the term for that. They do teach that at Harvard University, which cost £500,000, by the way.
Wow.
To go to Harvard.
I literally did not know that. So there you go.
And here you are spitting facts.
There you go, everybody.
What do? Starting from scratch, you're in London, you got nothing, you got no contacts, you're not in your war room. Yeah. And you need to make £10,000. And if me and you had a challenge, let me ask you a question. If we had to make £10,000 from scratch drops in London, we're in disguise, because you're pretty famous.
Yeah, I'm pretty famous.
Who's going to make the 10 grand first?
That's a good question.
I'm saying me.
Yeah, well, you've done it a few times. I've never done it before. However, you'd have to start with selling something.
Yeah.
You'd have to start with becoming the middleman of something, and you have to start by taking a commission. That's the first thing you could do. Like the London dropped in the middle of zero and doing it physically, I'm not sure. I think no matter where I was dropped, I would turn to the internet, no matter what.
Okay.
I think that because the internet's just a global marketplace, it's just so much better. I'd find somebody with, okay, so let's say I had nothing, right? I'd find somebody with star power, like you, for example. And I'd come along, I'd drop you an email and say, listen, I want to put something together. I believe I can help you sell more. I am hoping if I show you I can sell more, you'll give me X amount of commission, X amount percent. I understand you have star power. You have something I don't have. You can talk in front of a camera. You can attract people. You can entertain people. What are you currently selling? You're selling this. Okay, if I bring X amount of 1,000 people, will I be able to get this percent? That's what I would do. I think that if I didn't have the ability to sit on a camera and entertain, I would find somebody who does, and I would be the blood and guts beneath the show business.
Interesting.
And that's the easiest way to get rich in the world today.
So you'd find someone that's got an existing product or service.
Correct.
And then you would help them sell it and promote it.
Absolutely and utterly. That's the easiest way to get rich today, especially because commission only, nobody's afraid of saying yes to. Nobody's afraid of being saying yes to. Every single time you spend money on anything, you need to identify how it was taken from you. When you go and buy a coffee, don't just go buy the coffee and sit down. Sit and say, why did I buy this coffee? Okay, I really wanted coffee. Yeah. But then why did I go into this store and not that store? Is it better advertising? Does it have less of a line? Do they have seating? How did they convince me to come in here? How much did this coffee cost? £6. What's the profit margin on that? Probably £5.50, £5.80 probably by the time. The cup probably costs more than the coffee. The coffee is just water. How did they convince me to spend £6 in this place? And when you sit there and analyze, and you all start to learn little lessons about business, you'll learn about the importance of the signage. You'll learn about the importance of there being no queue.
Yeah.
So that if you ever run a business, I'm telling you, I say with my business, my people all the time, faster. All the time, quicker.
Yeah.
Like I have a couple businesses that are physical. I'm like, I don't want to see a line. I don't want it to see empty because it looks bad. So when there's lines, you work fast. When we're down to 1 or 2 people, you take your time, you talk to the customer.
Right.
You keep it so there's like always one person at the thing. Like manage the line. Like people don't think about this stuff. No one's going to sit and wait in a long ass queue. Maybe some idiots will, but people like me won't. We got shit to do, right? My time's worth money. I'm not going to stand and wait in a line. So you have to identify how your money is taken from you. If you start doing that with every single time you spend anything ever, you're going to start to identify business opportunities, and you're going to sit there and you're going to have coffee and you're going to go, you know what? They could have sold cake and they didn't. Could I outcompete this place? Let's imagine I had the money to start a coffee shop right next door. How would I outcompete them? Well, I'd have cake because they don't have cake. Also, most people in here are businessmen. And the guy serving some dude. No, we need a cute waitress. His ass is fired. We need a chick. Put a chick here, put some cake in. Financial Times, business people in. People don't even think about this stuff. They don't use their brain ever. They don't ever look around and realize how they're spending their money. They don't look around and look at which businesses are successful. They don't look around and pay attention to anything. They don't look at the world and all the things that are happening and how it can benefit them. None of it. They don't look at any of it. They're too busy following the circus. That's why it's Clown World. They know all about the football results.
Right,
They know all about Rihanna.
Yeah.
They know all about that crap, all about Love Island. They'll talk about Love Island all day. The same people who will march and fucking for labor saying, oh, the Tories are bad, labor, watch Love Island at night. No wonder you're broke. You're a fool. I was commentating for a cage fighting show in Romania called RXF. I was commentating, and
they try to cancel you on that too, which is funny. That's another. We can talk about that.
That's
after
another
this.
story.
Go.
Yeah. And I was commentating for it, and one of the sponsors of it is a casino company, and the casino owns these small casinos all around Eastern Europe. There's no live dealer. It's just arcade machine, like slots machines. And I went up to the owner, who's the sponsor, who was on the VIP table, and said, excuse me, that I want to talk some business with you, blah, blah, blah. Spoke to him, I said, look, I want to open some casinos. And he said, well, why do I need to open a casino with you? I've already got 400 locations. We're turning over 10 million euro a day. If I want to open a casino, I just take a picture of a location, send it in a WhatsApp group, and 2 months later, it's a casino. I don't need anybody. I was like, okay, I understand, but I want to get involved in this business. So one way or another, we're going to work together. He's like, well, if you can come up with something I'm interested in, let me know, right? So I was going back and forth with him for a year, and I was thinking, how can I get this guy to let me franchise his casinos? And eventually, I came up with the following battle plan, which he agreed to. I came to him and said, look, I'll pay to set up the entire casino with your branding, all my money, so you don't have to put in any money. I'll give you a percentage of turnover, not profit. So even if it's not profitable, doesn't matter to you because you get a percentage of turnover.
Oh.
And I will open up directly next door to your number one competitor. So I'll go to war for you with my money.
Oh, shit.
So I'm going to go right next door to your number one competitor with my money. You ain't got no risk for you. Even if it doesn't make any money, you're getting paid off the turnover. And it's just going to take some money from your competitor. I'm taking all the risk on this, right?
Wow.
And he agreed. He said, okay, let's do it. So when he did that, the casinos started to open. Then I thought, okay, so how do I get these casinos full? So my first casino opened up. We were doing okay. We were making a bit of money. And then I realized there was a Starbucks two doors down. I saw a lot of people going out to Starbucks. I was like, coffee. So I put up these massive signs saying free coffee. And I got us a barista, and I got us a big-ass coffee machine, Starbucks level, the best possible coffee machine. So, and the point was, why would you go pay $5 for coffee? You can come get free coffee with me.
Yep. And gamble.
Gamble your $5. You might get lucky. So that worked, because I'm a genius. Started to make a bunch of money.